All right, so trade recap from today. I have two trades today. Live stream one. I got off the chart, came back on, and yeah, I saw an opportunity, so I decided to take it. Actually, another opportunity just right here. Not gonna take it, but just because I've gone twice now. I have a rule: only two trades a day. I've taken my two trades. One lost, one break even. And you know what? I'm not upset about it. I actually think both of them were good trades. Even think the loss was a good trade. It was a trade that made sense in the grand scheme of things. So let's go through it. So let's start on the hour chart, right? So on the hour chart, what is it that we have? We have this here, which is H1 FEG. We react to it. We don't close below, but we react to it. So from here, I'm like, all right, cool. We're getting a reaction. Then I come here and I put on my tool. So this is the beginning of the move from the low to the high. All right. Boom. And I see that we have not come back into the 50% of essentially this bullish move. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, haven't come into the 50%. Therefore, we still have lower to go to at least the 50%. And so from there, I started looking for shorts. Now, if you look on the 5 minute from open, you can see we're extremely bearish. So I was like, all right, cool. My thing now is to be able to get into something that is, I need some form of liquidity to be taken so I can get into something to go short. That's the whole thought process behind it. So on the 1 minute, let's go through the first trade. First trade, we have equal highs here. All right. Price pushes lower. We get an ISP point inside of FEG, which is a liquidity point. We push lower. Fail to close. Come up higher again. We create equal lows. We push lower. Fail to close. Price comes up, sweeps both of those highs, and gives us an FEG. So I hop in off the close of the candle. It's short. Let's do that again. Somewhere like this. Yeah. My stop was above here. You can see where exactly I got out. Yeah, right there. And my target was, I had two targets. This was my break even. We never got there. But first target was here at 2R. And final target was over here at, what's this? Final target was over here at 3.8R, right? So what are those points exactly? I think you see a bit on the 5 minute or on the 15. Right, so on the 5 minute, this is the order block, right? The open of the order block. So I did expect if we came into this area, we would get some form of reaction because this is unmitigated. So, had that. And the second one was at the low of that order block. And I was willing to be out completely at that point. Now, if you look at, let's draw our tool, put our tool back on there again. This to this. A little bit higher. You can see that both of these targets are above our 50%, which is where we want to go long from. So I thought, yes, those are going to be pretty solid potential entries, potential exits. Not too much thinking involved in those, and then we can move from there. So, as you can see, actually, price is starting to move lower, and I'll probably just go over that again tonight, a little bit later. So yes, that's going to be my first trade. That's going to be my first loss. right? Cool, fine. No issues because everything, the thought process was sound. And that's what I'm okay with, and that's what I'm happy about. So, boom. That's the trade, right? Cool. That's our first one. That's a loss. Cool. So now second one. Second one's a break-even trade. So what do we have? We have all these equal highs in here. We have a very aggressive push up, taking out those equal highs, as well as ultimately taking out all this liquidity. We then get a very aggressive move down. You can see that my entry is like this. Stop was above the candle, like so. Target was actually the same, well, very similar. I had my first target here. I actually had 3 targets on this particular trade. Mainly because things change, right? But overall target was still the same. First target, well, let me put this on here. Break even is here. Alright, so you can see we got break even pretty quick. Price obviously came back up, took us out break even. So I have the break even there. I have my first target here. Sorry, first target here, this low, which wouldn't have been tapped yet. So this was still my first target. This is my second target, which would have taken off majority of the trade, to be honest. I think this would have been 80% off at this point. And then I just had one singular runner coming all the way down here, which were the same targets as my previous trade. Now, no issue with it. I thought it was good. I was very calm today. I didn't rush. I thought everything was working out pretty well. So yeah, those are my 2 trades from today. 1 loss, 1 break even. And this was the catalyst. This one here was a catalyst for that second short. I mean, to be honest, I was looking short the whole day. It's a little unfortunate how we kind of developed, though. Like, I mean, we developed into chop, essentially. A whole lot of it. But what can we do, huh? You can actually see that very clearly here on the 15-minute. Boom, boom. So, yeah. That's pretty much it.